What's up, everybody? Well, I got another Alienware m18 video for you guys today, and today I have finally received my replacement. So that is a lot of money sitting on the table right there. But even though it was a crappy experience getting a laptop with a dud of a GPU, Dell actually handled this very well. So they pretty much send you your replacement laptop, and then you pretty much just put your old broken one in its box. So you're not sitting here like, all right, send your broken laptop in, and then as soon as we get it, we will send you a new one. You know, making it so, what if this was somebody's only computer? That would suck. Me, I'm privileged. I got a bunch of other things I can use, but what if this was somebody's only frickin' thing, besides maybe an old laptop that ain't working so good or something, and that's what they're replacing? Who knows? But anyway, Dell handled this situation pretty damn good. Other than giving me a broken laptop from the start. I would have preferred to just have a totally perfect working laptop right from the get-go. But hey, you can want all you want. Doesn't always mean you get what you want. So I'm hoping this next one is trouble-free. And I think they've already fixed that black screen issue too. I updated the drivers to the newest ones, and it didn't give me a black screen anymore. Now I don't know if that'll affect the 7900M or not, because it obviously wasn't active, but before, when it was just using the integrated, it was giving me the black screen. So I think it was something to do with the AMD drivers not knowing what that screen was. I think that's the only one of its kind right now, the 480 1200p screen that's in this thing. So I think it was just a driver problem. I installed the latest ones, and it wasn't giving me a black screen. I think I might want to go with the new one, go and get some gameplay videos first, just in case it does that to me again, but I'm gonna probably try to update the drivers again. Knowing what I know now, I think everything will be okay, but I want to get you guys some gameplay footage of some games before I even attempt that. Just in case it does black screen again or something else lame happens, but it will cut down what games I can play. Like I know for a fact Starfield won't work because I've seen a couple other people now, it's been so long. A couple of other channels have already started making videos on this thing way ahead of me now, so I'm not going to get to be first on none of this stuff, but I don't really care that much. This was mostly just a laptop I got because my channel had the choice between this and another Asus that pretty much looked the same as my other one, only with more powerful components, so they picked this instead. So I figured, well, if you give your subscribers an option to pick something and then you don't pick the thing that everybody wants, they're probably going to be a little ticked off at you and might even unsubscribe. So I figured, well, let's see how it does. But anyway, that's enough for an intro and what happened. So I'm gonna go unbox this thing and whatnot, and we'll probably do our little first post, and then I'll just do all the boring stuff. We already did that in the unboxing video, you know, setting up Windows and all that. And then we'll pop back in once I've got some games downloaded, and we can start trying to, you know, see if they actually work. As I said, I think I'll try to do that before updating the graphics drivers and all that stuff, just in case it tries to do some other lame nonsense to me. But I think that's already been fixed. I don't think it will black screen on me, but hey, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm gonna go get this thing unboxed, and then we'll be right back. All right, I got it all unboxed, got it plugged in and everything. Everything seems to be good. So let's do our usual take a quick hit here, and then we'll turn it on and we'll see if it even does anything, or if the screen's all like full of blotches, or if anything weird happens. But before any of that, well, hopefully none of that happens, but before any of that possibly happens, let's take that hit. All right, and now it has been anointed by smoke. And now let's see if it works. Well, the keyboard lit up, that's a good sign. Now as long as the screen pops up eventually, we're good. Hey, what do you know, we got a screen. Now I kind of want to wait to make sure the screen is okay once we get to the next little screen after it's done doing its little Alienware twirly nonsense. Oh, I was going to say, well, there we go. We're already there, but we're going to need to give it a couple more seconds. Just a moment. Ah, I love Office Space. Such a great movie. Hell, if you could just do what he did and get ahead in the world, hell, I would have loved to go have a job. A normal one, you know? Well, doesn't look like I don't see any, at least from back here, I don't see any weird dead pixels or anything weird with the screen, so all right. Like I said, I'm gonna go do this boring part off screen.
To set up your device using a screen reader, Turn on narrator by pressing Windows plus Control plus Enter. For more accessibility features, press Windows plus U, or select the accessibility icon in the bottom corner.
No. Anyway, before I was rudely interrupted by this lady here, I was going to say I'm going to do all this boring stuff, and then we'll turn the camera back on. So, be right back. All right, quick little update here. I was downloading games just like I am now, and it randomly had a blue screen. Something about a kernel or something. There we go, just like that. Kernel security check failure. So, I don't know what's up with that, but that's going to make it quite hard to make videos with. But it also was, it also did a update for Windows here, and I guess it took it upon itself to install new AMD stuff, and it wasn't doing any bad AMD drivers or anything. I'm just gonna put in my code. Screw you. Oh, guess it saw me. All right, never mind. So, I don't know what's up with that. It just does that randomly. Hasn't done it for about another 2 hours though. Only problem is, if it keeps that up, well, then that's not gonna make getting gameplay footage very easy, is it? And it also is weird. I was downloading really fast before too, and now it seems like I can't download over 50. But that could just be Grand Theft Auto. Certain games don't download fast, even if you have super fast internet. I was downloading at 108 earlier on another game, but this one goes between 40 and 50, and then we get random blue screens for whatever reason. Now, I wonder what setting this is on. Let's see if we can even launch the command center. I don't think I've ever even done that yet, so maybe that's why. Maybe it's on some... All right, nope, I already remember all that, so I'll just skip. I should have said don't show me again, whatever. So it's on the balanced, and it has the latest BIOS and everything, and now it has the latest GPU drivers too. And this time it's not broken. I haven't played any games yet, so I'm not gonna say 100% it's not broken, but at least both show up. There's no flag telling me it's got a problem or anything. I'm not getting a black screen, but I am getting some random blue screens from the CPU, and I wasn't getting those on the other computer. I could leave that thing on all day, and I've done it before just to test. Mind you, it wasn't downloading. So maybe the other one would have done that if I had been downloading 20 freaking games. I don't know, but just want to do that update. We've had now 2 blue screens, one of which got us to update our GPU drivers whether I wanted to or not, so I can at least report that you can install the newest drivers without it black screening on you, and it was already doing the blue screening before that, so I know that's not the reason for the blue screening. But anyway, I just want to do a quick update while I was downloading stuff. Hopefully we won't have too many more blue screens. I might just put it on quiet mode and see if it stops, you know, or put it on performance mode and see if it stops. I don't know, try some new stuff just to report to you guys once it's finally done downloading how many times it did it, and if I got it to stop doing it, you know? So, anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and let this thing get back to downloading. Alright guys, so now we can finally try, keyword is try, to start our gameplay. I have not tested the 7900M out yet, so I don't know if it's gonna launch or it's gonna do the same thing the other one did and just be 600 or 610M the whole time. But I did look into this device manager and it's not doing the same little triangle, yellow triangle nonsense still, even though we've had a couple more random blue screens and whatnot. I randomly got a couple more updates from this weird Alienware support assist thing. So I installed all those updates. It wanted a gigabit ethernet thing, and there was a chipset, and then it wanted to install a driver, but I didn't want it to install the 610M driver since I have newer drivers than that already on it. But in any case, let's not waste any more time and let's try to jump into some Alan Wake 2, and then we're just going to hop through a bunch of different games until we get through them all. And obviously if they don't work or something, I'll show you what happens too. We're not going to just skip things and pretend bad things didn't happen. I mean, the thing's already died on me, the old one did, so the thing already kind of left a little sour taste in my mouth, so I'm hoping that I can finally get you guys some actual damn gameplay here. So let's go give it a good old American try. Well, looks like we might not be getting any gameplay footage this time either. As soon as I try to launch any games, like I tried to start with Alan Wake 2, we just instantly freeze up and we're just completely locked up. Didn't blue screen or anything, but now we have to hold down the button already. So far this is honestly the most annoying thing ever, and this laptop is probably just garbage, just like the last one. So we'll try a different game. Alan Wake might not work, so I'll try a different one, but we're not going to be able to try Alan Wake 2. Wasted a bunch of time downloading that for no reason. But I have a feeling that the 7900M still has like driver issues or something, so I might have to roll back to that September driver and see if I can get games to launch then. Maybe that's all that's going on. Like, even though it's not black screening on me, maybe the new drivers still just don't work properly with it or something. I don't know. So that's pretty lame, but alright, like I said, we'll show you when it messes up. Just messed up, so I guess let's try. I'm going to go close out of Epic Games and we'll try launching Steam and we'll start on some Steam games. Try Cyberpunk again, maybe. Alright, so we're not doing good for Cyberpunk either. You try to launch it and the first time it just did the same thing. Gave me a black screen and it made me think it was going to load, but nope, now it doesn't even attempt to load, so you can't play Cyberpunk. So what else do we got here? I guess let's try Baldur's Gate 3, and we'll see if that one launches. But so far, it's looking like we got ourselves another dud. Every single time it freezes and I have to restart, it tells me, Alienware overclocking failsafe. So I feel like the CPU in this one is a dud, because I don't think that the freaking GPU drivers would affect that and make that happen, you know? But let's see what this one does. Probably going to freeze. Hopefully not, but that's what's happened with every other game so far, so it would not surprise me. Okay, get started. Nah, skip. Should have just said don't start this again, but whatever. We'll do Vulkan, I guess. Let's try launching it. Real time, see what happens. But so far, I think we got ourselves another dud. Did it already crash? Yep, already froze instantly, see? So yeah, that's kind of a big pain in the ass. I was all excited. I spent from 1:30 till now downloading all these games. I guess I should have tried to just download a game and see if it worked. That's my own fault for downloading all of these, thinking this was going to actually work and I was going to have a working laptop finally, but unfortunately, no. Nope. Absolutely not. No. I'll just show you guys live what you have to do. So you got to hold down your power button on your $3,000 laptop. Then you got to turn it back on again. Then it's going to tell you please wait because it had a fucking error and whatnot. So you have to go in until it restart. And it was doing this before I did any driver updates or anything. Like before I could even update Windows. I didn't even do any Windows updates yet. I think Windows did them in the background, and randomly I had a blue screen and then it was like, hey, guess what? Now we're installing a bunch of updates. And I was like, oh, cool. It stayed at like 30% at one, and this whole screen was just super gray. Like super, like you have the brightness at 0%. I was like, oh, that's good. Hopefully it's not stuck like that, but I had way worse pressing issues. All right, let's let it try and find me again. Can you find me? There we go. I will say at least that's cool. I don't have to keep typing in my damn pin code every time, but let's see here. Wait a couple seconds and it should come up in the corner down there with a bunch of stuff from Alienware. Although, just to try to prove me wrong, it won't this time. No? Oh, no, there it is. This is the one it gave me last time. And then reset BIOS defaulting. Your system's overclocking settings have been whatever, and then fail save. So, yeah, those are the ones we were getting. Doesn't seem to want to do that now. So, yeah, I don't really know what to really try. I guess I'll try. I don't think this is the problem, but I guess I'll maybe go try the old GPU drivers and see, but I don't think that has anything to do with this. I think it's just the CPU is just dead, or just so close to being dead, any load on it just causes it to freeze, and even just idling on the desktop, it seems to randomly crash. So I'm going to try a couple more things. Maybe I'm unbalanced right now, so maybe I'll try going in quiet mode or something, and if that doesn't work, maybe try performance mode. And then we're just going to give up and I'm going to send it back to Dell, I think, and say, give me my money back. Your laptops are garbage. I will never recommend them to anyone ever under any circumstance. And then I'll go get a different laptop from some other manufacturer. But it won't have a 7900M in it because I don't trust this anymore. I don't want to sit here and wait another week and some change to get another one back. Unless they can easily go in on the phone and be like, oh yeah, we've had this problem before. All you have to do is uninstall this, that, and that, and then it'll stop. So unless it's something like that, I mean, that would be great, but it's not really looking like that's what's happening right now. It's looking like I've got yet another pile of absolute trash here on my hands. But I don't think the GPU is broken yet. Let's go find out. I don't think that's the GPU's fault this time. Where was it? Display. Nope, they're both there and it doesn't have a fucking thing over it this time. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to go and try a couple things in Armory Crate, or not Armory Crate, Alienware Command Center. I'm still used to my Asus here, so I probably will call it Armory Crate like a couple of times here. But I'm gonna go try some stuff and we'll be back if I can get some games to work. Alright guys, well, I finally got it to work by just letting it sit there for like 4 minutes or so. And then I looked over and started hearing sound. I was like, wait, really? So, we do have some settings to go through real quick. So here's the settings I decided to go with. I didn't really change too much from just a medium preset, but here they are. And I also, just like before, It's not that the GPU is broken. I guess Afterburner just doesn't really know what the hell this GPU is. So all we can really do is see the, what do you call it, memory. We can't see the megahertz or anything. It's just 0. But it's working. We're definitely not using the integrated. There's no way we'd be able to get the FPS we're getting. But anyway, let's hop into the game and see if it crashes or does anything goofy. It hasn't the past 10 minutes I've spent sitting here messing with stuff and then walking around in circles, but we'll see what happens. Well, here we are in Alan Wake 2 with those settings. So let's just walk around a little bit and see what's up.
You're the one who wanted to switch.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking all the way back down.
Could be our deputy.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right.
And this is all on balance.
Anderson.
And I didn't have to, it's on the latest drivers too.
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case.
That's awesome. I
Seems you
pull out
already
my
know my
flashlight,
partner,
point at
Alex Casey.
Professor Anderson.
Shoot.
Reporting for duty.
Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy
Alright, we can
Mulligan.
skip all this though. We don't need to listen to these guys talk. I want to walk around and whatnot. So
Were
let's
there
just
any
get
witnesses?
through this real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, there we
Couple
go.
out
I
of
can skip
towners.
that now. Alright.
I want to see the body.
Alright, I just want to see the body.
How do we
Can I
get
go
there?
Oh, sure. That's real simple.
through? Okay. Now let's take our way over there. Oh wait, I forgot. I think it has me do some nonsense real
Before
quick
we get
first.
to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so
Yeah,
far.
facts of the case. Hold on.
Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly.
Case board. Skip.
The mine place. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Okay, you just have to do that. Move around, zoom in, zoom out, move that around, and continue. Now we can get out of all that.
Already hard at work, Anderson.
They just warn you that you're not paused while
We're
you're
just
doing
getting
that. If
started.
you're getting attacked by
Let's head down the
crazy
hill to the
shadow
crime scene.
people, you will persist to be attacked by crazy shadow people. Wait, we don't need that on
Hey,
anymore.
Casey. You putting me in charge.
Oh,
Why
yeah,
now?
not too bad. Still stays above 60 barely, and this is the forest, one of the hardest places to run, so if you can stay above 60 here, I played through the whole game. I never really saw any place that was harder to
Are
run
you
than
thinking
the
of
forest.
retiring?
Obviously somebody knows of one.
You know what
Obviously,
happens
correct me
to
if I'm
cops who
wrong,
say
but
this is their
I sure
last
didn't see
case.
anything.
Real funny, Anderson. Okay, nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Alright. Well, I'm going to attempt to go get some more footage of another game now, so hopefully if it does this, it won't even do this stuff, it'll just load the freaking game next, but if it freezes up like it did for this game, I'm just going to sit there and wait. But that's still going back if it does that. That's unacceptable. I'm not sitting here waiting 4 minutes for every game to launch on a $3,000 laptop like we're going back to the freaking 80s with single-core processors and whatnot. And even then, it wasn't that long to load a damn game. So, let's move on, or at least try to move on. Alright, well, after waiting about 2 minutes or so for it to, like, basically freeze the whole laptop, it did eventually load this game as well. So, I have a sneaking suspicion maybe this is some issue with that new driver I installed. I think it's having trouble switching between the two GPUs. I think that's what's going on right now. So, I think after I'm done getting you guys all these videos, or all these games, maybe I'll try installing the old driver again and see if it still does this nonsense. Because, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little annoying to have to wait a couple minutes before you can start playing games on your $3,000 laptop. But anyway, here's the settings we're going to go with. We're going to do it with a high preset here. All I did was turn FSR off because I don't think we'll need it. And everything else pretty much is on high. With no ray tracing though, because we all know AMD sucks at ray tracing, so we're not even going to bother trying ray tracing in any of the games in this video. So, now, let's go ahead and go get into the game. Alright, we're in the game now, and all I did is I noticed, like, depth of field and motion blur were on, so I went and turned those back off. So, now let's just run around a little. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the frame time's worse than it was before. But maybe I'm just remembering wrong. but at least it's not super stuttering. At least not yet. Let's not say anything before it happens here. Half the time I say stuff like that, and then it's like, oh, guess what? You didn't have any stutter? Well, I have some stutter for you, friend. Whatever, though. Still playable. Screw it. I guess we'll go down this way a little bit. Still, we're getting absolutely plenty of FPS. Oh, I hurt myself on the barbed wires. Alright, if I go any farther that way, it looks like I get off into no man's land, where there's no NPCs or nothing. We don't want to do that. That's not a good way to test. So let's... Screw you, stop trying to run me over. Let's go farther over this way, I guess. Alright though, I think that's plenty, so now let's move on to the next game, and I'm glad you guys don't have to wait 2 minutes for the launch of each game. That's really annoying. I hope I can figure out what's causing it to do that. It's probably the drivers, but like I said, I want the latest drivers so I can at least launch all the games, so if I have to wait a little longer, so be it. Alright, now for Lords of the Fallen here. Let's look at the settings we're going to do. I decided not to do FSR, I didn't really think we would need it. Now let's have a quick look at the settings here. I pretty much just turned a couple things off. Other than that, I think I just left it be on high graphics preset. So I just turned those two things off. And I think that's it. Yep, that is it. So now that we got through that real quick, why don't we go ahead and go hop back into the game. Alright, now we're in Lords of the Fallen, and I'm not going to lie, I am completely stuck and have no idea where to go. I think I fell off here, trying to figure out if I could get through there or not. And yeah, this game has lots of frame time issues too, it seems like. It doesn't seem laggy or stuttery, but those frame times are supposed to be, you know, smooth. Well, I guess there's nothing I can do with that. Alright, good. That's how you attack, just in case I get attacked. Now I gotta be able to defend myself, right? Yeah, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go here. I've been lost here for hours. I've just been walking around, trying to figure out where to go, but to no avail so far. But I'm not gonna give up yet. Half the time I get kind of lost in these games, and I refuse to look things up. I could probably just look it up and know exactly where to go, but if I do that, I might as well just go and have a web page open on my phone or something and just copy everything, you know? So I only do that in dire situations. Oh, wow, people died here, that's for sure. Whoa, hello! Pretty sure. I thought that was that weird thing that can only come out when I'm in that one mode. Am I in that mode right now? Maybe that's why. He'll come and he'll just fuck you up. Yep, see? Ah. Well, whatever. I figured he was gonna come. I was, stuck here for quite some time. But whatever. We'll now use this opportunity to move along. Alright, it didn't really take that long to load this game, so I'm suspicious that it's running on the correct GPU, but regardless, we can at least get the settings done either way. So, there's the display settings, and then if we come down here to the graphics, we went with the highest we can, 120, and the highest preset. The only thing we didn't do is obviously turn on any of this NVIDIA stuff, because A, I don't know if it'll work anyway, because it's probably NVIDIA proprietary stuff, and if it does work, it'll probably get you like 20 FPS hits each time you turn each one on. So if you want like 20 FPS, turn those on. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Might not be true, maybe it is. But either way, let's go hop into the game and we'll hope it's on the right GPU. If not, I'll have to go in there into the graphics settings tab and tell it to use the right GPU, hopefully. Alright guys, here we are in Final Fantasy 15. It's gotta be on the right GPU. There's no way the integrated one's getting no 120 FPS on this on the highest setting. And this game's always been known for some stutters, so do not be surprised if you see it stutter. But the frame times other than the stutters here and there definitely seem to be better, so I think that it's not just going to be like super laggy like that in every single game. I was a little worried about that. Oh, wrong button. How do I attack in this game? That's jump. Alright, that's how you do it. Okay. I had no idea for a second. It's been a while since I played this guy. So. Oh man, I didn't dodge in time. Alright. This game definitely pushes that CPU up to 100 degrees Celsius, that's for sure. So yep, even on balance, this CPU likes to just be at 100 degrees. So far it hasn't shut down, although I don't think any game's really made it to this kind of temp yet. But this is just normal. My other one was doing this stuff too when I was doing like Cinebench runs and what have you, so completely normal. Any more things to fight? Hey, there's something. Ah, he got me. Screw you, dude. Alright, they saved me from him. Thanks, guys. Anyway, though, I think that's plenty, so let's move ourselves on to the next game. Here are the settings for Age of Wonders 4. I have to do borderless because if I do full screen, it just acts funny and goes out of full screen, surprisingly. So we have to use borderless to do full screen. How fun is that? And here's the rest of the settings we're on. And that's basically what we're trying to do, just doing stuff on high settings with no ray tracing if it's an option. That's basically my plan for this whole video. So hopefully it'll be able to handle that. I'm not sitting here for like 20 minutes a piece trying to see what settings work best. We'll do that in the game's own personal videos. I'll definitely do gameplay videos for each individual game, just like I did on the Asus G15 Advantage too. But anyway, now that we got that all out of the way, let's go hop ourselves into the game. So here we are in the game of Age of Wonders 4. It actually didn't take long to load at all. Now, to be perfectly honest, I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing in this game. I never did, and I definitely don't now. Alright, so it definitely drops frames like it did on everything else. Moving the camera around super fast would always make it drop into the 50s and whatnot before, no matter what computer on, even on my main desktop. So, as long as we don't do it constantly all the time and just stay at like 40 FPS or anything, that would be Not good. Now, where are my men? They're around here somewhere, damn it. Where the heck did I put you? Like I said, no idea what I'm doing with this game. It's been a long time since I played these, and I was never good at these, ever. Is that me? No. Where, oh where is my character? There it is.
You have selected an army. Armies are the core of your military strength. They can explore the world, attack your foes, and defend your lands.
I'm just gonna skip that for now. Oh wait, I don't have any more stuff. Orders required. And then what can we have you guys do? Huh. Sorry, I'm not very good at this game, guys. I wished I knew more of what I was doing with it so I could go farther, but I'm pretty much right at the beginning of this game. I don't think I've really done
You
anything.
have selected one of your cities. Cities are central to your economy and allow you to build more units for your armies.
Prep productions. Academy. Alright, now we can end the turn. And that's also enough gameplay for this particular game. So, on to the next one. Alright, I know it's an old game, but GTA 5 real quick here. Here's the settings we're going to run. The only thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to run advanced settings. Because those are the things that usually make this game get terrible FPS. Even on badass computers like this. So, there's that. Let's go make sure none are on. Nope, all those are off. So, we are good to roll. Let's go hop into the game. Alright, here we are in Grand Theft Auto 5. And I would get around and drive. Well, actually, no, I think I can. I just have to turn the damn radio off. Oops, wrong button. Didn't mean to kick my car.
Come on.
Damn it, I went over it. There we go. Oops, gotta turn off my controller's little sticks. I have them on FPS mode where it's just floor it all the time no matter what. Whoops. I'm only a little high, jeez. I managed to get like 10 feet from home with crowd crashing though, so new record. Well, hell yeah. Alright, now let's just try to fly. Oops. So yeah, this one still does what lots of other games have been doing. Just kind of has some peculiar looking frame times. I'm assuming that's probably driver related or something. Because it didn't do that in every game though. Game doesn't feel bad or laggy or anything though, but you can definitely see the frame times are a little wonky. Uh-oh. Ow. That sure hurt. Hey man, can I borrow your truck? I'm making a YouTube video here. Kinda need your truck. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this truck. Turn off the radio so I don't get copyright mad at me. I don't think it'll matter for that small amount of time, but who knows? But yeah, so far from what I can see, this thing still needs lots of time for updates and drivers and whatnot. It seems to have stopped blue screening on me though, so that's at least good. Well, knock on particle board. We'll see if it keeps it up. But anyway, why don't we now move on to the next game? Alright, here's the settings we're going to run for Forspoken. We're running it at 1200p, but we do have FSR on this time. And I had to use borderless again. Full screen, for whatever reason, isn't really full screen. Here's the rest of the settings we're running. Basically have everything on high, besides we don't have frame gen on. And I also do not have ray tracing on. That is off as well, because like I said, we are not messing around with that nonsense. That's just going to make everything really terrible. So now, let's hop ourselves into that game. Alright. Oh, shoot. Take that, zombie scum.
That was weak. Give it another go.
Now, I could have sworn there was like that big amount of zombies somewhere down here. Yep, there they all are. This should be a pretty good spot.
Wow, quite a crowd.
Test for FPS.
He got this.
Oh, he got me. I couldn't dodge quick enough.
All right. Sorry.
No, that's just funny. How is it Forspoken out of everything is running with the like best frame times? That's just silly. Alright guys, let us move along. Here are the settings we're going to run for The Last of Us Part 1. Borders windowed, 1200p. Now this time I'm not doing any FSR or anything, we're doing 100% render scale and everything. I don't think they have that in this game. They might, but it's not on. Alright, and then we can back out and look at the actual graphic settings. And there's quite a few to this one, so I tried to go mostly with just high settings. I figured this thing should be able to handle that. Didn't want to just max everything out. Figured that probably still wouldn't go well, even with a beast of a laptop like this. See? And at least this game lets me pick depth of field for cinematics only, so I'll leave it on for that only. I like depth of field then, because it can control it, it's just something I'm watching. I don't have to have it do goofy stuff in the middle of my gameplay. Anyway, now into the game. Here we are at the beginning of the game, which, back when I did the Asus G15 Advantage videos, this seemed to be one of the hardest places to run. So, figured this would be a great test for this laptop, to run through it as well. And this would be absolutely terrifying. I would not have very much fun with this.
Dad?
Come here, baby. Come here. Give me your hand. What is it?
My leg hurts.
How bad?
Pretty bad.
We're gonna need to run.
And at least in this game, we're getting some pretty decent-ish frame times compared to a lot of the other games, so that's cool. I wonder what's up some of the other games' butts. Now let's see if we can stay above 60. That's all I ask in a game like this. I just want to stay above 60. I don't care about getting, 480 or anything like that. I know that's not realistic in a game like this. Seems to be doing a pretty damn good job though. We got some little stutters here in the frame times, but I'm not really seeing or feeling them. So that's always good. Alright, well, we're not going that way. Come on, man. Open this gate for us.
There's too many of them.
There we go.
Through the alley.
Yeah, through the alley.
He's dead. God damn it. We're almost there. We're almost there, baby. They're getting through the fence. Keep going. Find a way out of here. Come on. Go. Move it. Get to the highway. Go. You got Sarah. I can outrun them.
Uncle Tommy?
I'm going to meet you there. Hurry.
Daddy, we can't leave him.
Oh, too bad we are. We're already doing it.
Almost there.
They're getting closer.
Yeah, this is where it'd be kind of cool to have a gun, but I guess while carrying your daughter, you're not going to be able to do shit anyway. You got both hands on her, and she's got like a broke ankle or something, so what are you going to do? You set her down, by the time you set her down, they're already jumping on your back eating you. Anyway, though, why don't we move along? Alright, Lies of P settings here. Borderless, unlimited FPS. I left VSync on just because I know we're never getting the 480 FPS on any game pretty much. At least none of the games I picked. And then we got it on the best graphics quality settings. Why not? I feel like it should handle it no problem. And alright, now we got that out of the way, it's game time. Here we are in Lies of P. So let's just cruise around here. Ooh, we got some stutters now. This game was butter smooth on like most things. Oh crap. Oh, really? I thought something was going to attack me. Can't go in there. Can't do it. Oh, it actually is coming down. I was starting to wonder if it was broken or not. Alright, I can't remember where this goes, so figure screw it. Let's go up there and see what the hell it does and where it goes. Oh, I thought there was somebody just sitting in the corner there. Just in case I do get jumped, I guess I shouldn't be like within one hittable death. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Now for some Resident Evil 4 Remake. Here are the settings we're running. No ray tracing, but pretty much everything else maxed, and we're doing it at native res. Alright, that's the bottom, so let's go jump into that game. Here we are in game. So let's just see what we get for FPS and all that good junk. Been a while since I played this one. Beat it quite a while ago, but it's been quite a while.
How far could he have gone?
Oh, very. Oh yeah, that's that dead thing. Man, a lot of death.
Anyone home?
Nope, can't go down there yet.
Sorry to barge in like this.
Anyway, though, I'd say it's time to move on. Alright, now for these settings. We're going to obviously be running on the right GPU. 1200p. I didn't go 8x anything, figured there's a little overkill, even for a game like this. But beyond that, we pretty much just put everything else up as high as it'll go. Just no motion blur, I don't know if we need any of that. So now, into the game. Alright, let's get ourselves a little gameplay here. Now this one I don't think supports controller. So, we'll just use the mouse. I'll just say that. Alright. Is it right click? Yes. Here we go. That's a warrior. What are you guys? You guys are settlers. Yeah, that's right. You guys build cities. Alright, well, since I'm not actually taking this seriously, I'm just going to put it there. That it wouldn't necessarily be the best move, but I'm not the best at these games. Alright, so what can we do with these guys? I guess move them up there. Oh, and we can choose a production. Oh, let's go with a scout, so I can scout around. Alright, then we can choose a research. Alright, now we'll do a turn. Oh, what one needs it? Is it him? Is it you? Meantime, I'm just going to kind of use them. To kind of like look around and whatnot. Besides, this one's more about that next turn anyway, to see how fast things load. Oh, that's as far as they can go. They don't have a lot of range. I can't go any farther. There we go.
Our city-state neighbors have made a request of us. If we can impress...
Who are you guys? Oh, I keep forgetting you can't do that. You gotta click there. Well, anyway, seems to be running alright. So, why don't we go ahead and move on to the next game. Now for Jedi Survivor's settings here. This might not go well, but we're going to try to do this on Epic, just with no ray tracing. And no FSR. And alright, that's all there is for settings, so let's go jump into the game. Here we are in game in Jedi Survivor, so let's just run around. Definitely still seems to have its stutters. Alright, this should be good. We'll see how smooth or unsmooth it is in the air here. Then we'll run around in town kind of like we did on our Steam Deck, so we can't quite always stay above 60, it seems. There's definitely some spots where we drop under. But not as much. This isn't going as horribly as I thought it was going to. I thought it was going to give us like 40 FPS. So I guess it still might once we get into town here.
Fine piece of gear. Zig could knock this dent out if he'd like.
Oh, no thanks. Helps me remember how I got it.
And how's that?
Bounty hunter. Made the mistake of pulling a
Bounty
blaster on the
hunter.
little girl.
Wow, we still dropped down to 49 at points. That's crazy. But this game never did run good on PC. It's always been a shit show. But it also might be stuttering really bad just because we're on, what do you call it? Epic. But I think this is one of those games where changing the settings doesn't really give you that much more of a frame rate increase.
Does he suspect you?
Not a chance. I wouldn't have survived the purge if I couldn't become someone else. The rest of the crew is gone. I know the kind of friend he needs right now.
You always excelled at the art of disguise.
Alright though, let us move on. Now here's the settings we're going to try for RoboCop, Rogue City. 100% resolution scale, I don't think we'll need any upscaling, but we might drop under 60, but we'll see. But there we go. Those are the settings we're going to try. Not sure how it's going to do, but let's jump into the game and find out. Here we are in the game. So let's just walk around as RoboCop here and get ourselves a little bit of some gameplay. Oh, there's a kitty.
Judgment Day is here!
Damn right. At least for the bad guys.
We're here for the show.
Oh, you can bet your bottom dollar I will be getting them.
I can see you're ready to start fighting. I wouldn't bother. I already ran the plates.
You should know by now when it comes to evidence, we're corners. If it keeps on like this, we're gonna run short of body bags. I'm gonna give you 10 milligrams of diazepam to make you calm.
No, we got people falling out of the building. Alright, now this is one of those spots where it was dropping under 60 on some computers. I think on my Asus G15 Advantage. Although I might not have been able to try this game on it, but it was dropping under something.
We can't wait any longer. Those trigger-happy maniacs.
But it looks like it's not on here so far. Oh, I might have spoke too soon. We're right on the line of 60.
Roger that.
Are you going to drop under 60 or are you going to stay above 60?
What is the situation?
Looks like it's going to stay above.
Tells us to stand down till SWAT arrives.
Alright, cool.
That's our situation. Looks like I'm on the way out.
Not so fast, buddy. Who do you think is going to clean up this place? I'm not letting you off that easily.
You sound just like my wife.
If that's the case, let's get you patched up. We wouldn't want to get on the bad side. Press here. Medic! There you are, partner.
Yep.
The hell is going on up there?
Alright, that's enough cutscene. Let's go get a little action here. Alright. I think that's plenty of gameplay. It's time for us to move on to the next one. Red Dead Redemption 2 settings here. Pretty much did just texture on ultra and then everything else just on high, and I'm not doing advanced settings, just like in GTA. I'm sure it could handle it, but it'll take the FPS down quite a bit, and then I got MSA at 2x. And like I said, those are locked, so no reason to go into them. Don't know why I'm only getting 48 FPS in the menus, but hopefully we will not get 48 FPS in the actual game, because that would be lame. Alright, well it's been like 2 hours. I've tried to get this stupid Red Dead Redemption 2 to work. So we're just going to call this one a fail, no matter what. It just says, unable to connect to Rockstar Game Services, even though you're trying to play single player. And then if you hit OK... Oh yeah, I forgot, half the time you can't ever hit OK no matter what. Because the game... Well, it's probably not the game. It's probably this garbage laptop's fault. So, yep. So you can't play Red Dead Redemption 2, apparently, on it. It's impossible. But at least on this driver. Maybe it's driver's fault, but I don't think so. I think it's just this laptop's garbage. But I'm going to try to move on to the next game where I might go to bed. It's almost like 4 in the morning. Yeah, it's 3:56. I might just go to fucking bed because this laptop's pissing me off. And it's going to take like 10 more hours to get through all these games with how lame this laptop is. Alright, it's another day. Red Dead Redemption 2 got me all irritated last night. Kept me up till 4:30, but Miles Morales at least loaded here. So let's go into the settings, or look at the settings. We're already in them. Got VSync on just because it's a 4080 Hz screen. We're never getting close to 480 in any game. Like, if we were playing CS, of course I'd turn it off. I don't even know if that has a VSync. But I pretty much just did high preset and then turned a couple things off. Or up, actually. I turned up the anisotropic filtering from 4 up to 16 because that's like, it's free real estate. Like, it doesn't drop frames at all, but games for some reason never like having it be high for some reason. But anyway, also turn motion blur off, put field of view up a little bit. And there we go. Now, let's hop into the game, shall we? Here we are in game.
Listeners, you all
I gotta remember how to frickin' web sling.
On truth, integrity, and facts. I've been tough on this new
There we go.
Spider-Man since the disaster on Braithwaite.
We figured it out, guys.
The kid screwed things up so bad, even the original model would have flushed redder than his costume. The classic one, not that new. But today, I must also acknowledge that the city is rallying around this youngster and proclaiming him a hero.
Go, go, go.
With an unstable energy source on the verge of wiping Harlem off the map, this youthful Spider-Man reportedly stepped in and saved lives. Or at least that's what his supporters want us to think. The real truth is that none of this would happen if he hadn't donned a ridiculous
Alright.
willy-nilly around the city, performing reckless acts of
I was hoping to maybe find some guys to fight real quick, but half the time when I'm go looking for them, I never find them.
Jared, open up the lines. I want to hear from those who agree with me.
I want to hear with those who agree with me.
Jared, I said open up the line. What do you mean they're open? Well, something must be wrong. Folks, we're having technical difficulties.
Uh-oh, nobody wants to agree with you. Alright, I think that's plenty of gameplay, so now it's on to the next one. Alright, now for Like a Dragon, the man who erased his name. And this game is so cool, it actually launched just fine. It didn't actually lag or anything to start, it just started. And I was like, oh cool, I wish every game could be like you. But I think that's just the drivers, which kind of are still part of the laptop, but in any case, this game doesn't have that many settings, so there we go. We've already gone through them all. So, let's go hop on into the game now and just see how she runs. Here we are in the game. So, let's take ourselves a little run. Yeah, I don't want to go fight them right away. I'd rather run around the city and maybe fight some thugs or something for you guys rather than just go and get my ass kicked. Usually at those big battles I lose a few times. Especially when I get surrounded by a bunch of people. I try to like dodge and all that stuff, but sometimes it just doesn't work in your favor. Hey, here's some people to fight. Hey, don't hit me. Oh, dang. Hell yeah. Wow. Wow. Stop hitting me with a pipe. Or I'm gonna hit you with a pipe. And there we go. And with that, I think that's plenty of gameplay for this game, so let's go move on now. Now, here's Immortals of Aveum's settings. Let's get that stupid thing out of the way there. So we're at 1200p, but we are using FSR3 quality. Needed to get a little extra FPS in this game. This game's hard to run. And since we're using FSR anyway, might as well just leave most things on Ultra. I just kind of left it on the preset settings that it came with when I launched the game. All I did was up the field of view to 90 from 75.5. So, let's get into the game and we'll see how she played. Here we are in the game, and wow, this game really stutters. But I think it always did. This has never been a smooth game. I was hoping maybe after all this time it would have finally gotten a little better, but it still has its random traversal stutters.
One can hope. Did Caleb ever tell you his plans for this caper he's got in mind up in Topside?
He just likes to say caper.
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 It's a fun word.
Feels sleepy. Also, you two stay out of Topside. No one's using the cargo bit. Come on. So I wasn't paying attention. What was the play about?
Calpis surrendered to Sandrak, and then he burned all their magnet alive.
Well, that's not nice at all.
No.
What kind of
No,
message
not
does that
right.
send?
No, not very nice at all. That is for sure.
It's pretty rude if you ask me.
Message? Sandrak's just an asshole. He had them beat. Why would he
Just send a message. That's the whole thing we're talking about.
what, like surrender to Rasharn and we'll only slaughter a few of you?
Can't make omelets, Jack.
What's an
Nope,
omelet?
it's more like don't stand against us or this is what happens to you.
Let's cut through the market.
Sure, but let's keep an eye out for the constables. The market seems kind of dead tonight.
There's talk of a bunch of airships coming into dock. Some hivers probably think they can make easy money unloading cargo.
Maybe that's what we should have done instead of stealing from the hat guy. He was a bust.
By any metric, a man with a hat indicates a perfectly respectable mark.
That sounds made up.
Now we shall ride the giant chain.
So, are you gonna tell them? Are you gonna tell them?
Maybe. I don't know. Feels late for it now.
You made it late.
Because I hate goodbyes.
Sure. I get that.
Alright though, I think that's plenty for this game.
What's up?
It's time to move on to the next one. Now here we are, Dying Light 2. We're in DirectX 11 mode. DirectX 12 was being wonky and just giving me a permanent black screen at the beginning. This one did the same thing and I thought, oh crap, it's not going to work. But then eventually it gave me a screen after like a minute of waiting. So that's why we're on DirectX 11, and I don't really care about ray tracing anyway, so it's whatever. Change the field of view up to 75, turned off motion blur. Now let's go check out all of these other settings here. Pretty much just on high preset. And alright, let's get ourselves into the game. Alright, here we are in Dying Light 2. So let's just run around a little bit. It is nighttime. So I would love to go down there, but if I go down there, I'll probably just get killed by a volatile in about 4 milliseconds. And besides, these cities are usually the harder places to run anyway, rather than just running around with the zombies on the street. Oh, is it raining? I think it's raining.
Was it easier to believe in God before all this?
Watch yourself, you hear?
No. You watch yourself, you hear.
my place.
Well, this was still a really fun game. I wished it would have been daytime, or there was just an easy way to change it. Like just, you know, hit start, wait, you know? I could probably go to bed, actually, but we've already got almost 2 minutes, so we'll just run around here a little bit more. Ooh, a fire. But in any case, I think that is enough. Let's move on to the next game. Here we go with some Dead Space settings. Going to be playing at 1200p, 480 Hz. I just left VSync on. I guess we can turn that off. Maybe that's why I'm getting so many stutters. I doubt it, but let's try it. Why the hell not? So we might have some screen tearing now, but I don't think so. As long as you stay under your native refresh rate, I don't think you get screen tearing. Could be wrong about that, though. But here's the rest of the settings we're going with. Gonna try to just do it native. But anyway, let's get into the game now. Well, here we are in the beginning of Dead Space here. And this game has always kind of been a stuttery mess, but we're still getting about the same weird frame times. Almost every game has these same kind of peculiar looking frame times. I guess it's gotta just have to do with this new driver. I don't think when I watched everybody else's videos of the laptop with the old drivers, I don't think they had this kind of bad frame times. I mean, unless I forgot to enable some setting somewhere. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm just showing you guys what it does with the latest drivers, since I don't think anybody else has done that yet. Everybody else is rightfully under the impression you should only use September's drivers, and that still works. Yes, you don't get a black screen anymore, but you have a whole nother bunch of caveats to deal with then. You got frickin' waiting, like, sometimes it's instant, but sometimes it takes like 20-30 seconds to launch the game and switch over. It just looks like your computer froze. So I literally thought I wasn't going to be able to even get any footage at first, as you guys will probably hear at the beginning of the video. But then all of a sudden I waited, went and packed a bowl, and all of a sudden I heard gameplay noises. I was like, hey, what the fuck? It actually launched. Well, it probably launched with like the 610M again or some nonsense, but nope, it launched with their great GPU. I can always tell because it'll load up and be, what do you call it? Have memory loaded into it. Oh, I'm supposed to stand over here. I'm being stupid. Let me in. Let me into the Imishura. But, I mean, even though it's got some pretty bad frame times, I mean, the frame rate is at least decent. So if we can get these frame times under control and get it to stop taking multiple seconds just to switch GPUs, we'll be on to something. This thing won't be so bad. Though I must say I wished I could get you guys more data. I think I mentioned this earlier, but I tried to use the AMD little performance meter thing, but it showed up on the desktop and would not show up in-game, no matter what I did. And I didn't see any easy toggle switch that said, hey, don't toggle this in-game. Unless it's buried somewhere.
Someone left in a hurry.
Guess they sure did.
Where's the security detail? Where's anybody?
There's nothing logged. No duty roster, no power to the elevator.
Nope. But anyway, I think that's good for this game. Why don't we go ahead and move on to the next one? Here we are in Starfield Settings now. And pretty much just went a high preset, but then I turned off stuff like motion blur and one other thing. What the heck else did I do? Got rid of depth of field. That's the other thing I turned off. And then turn the sharpening down a little bit. Too much sharpening, not good. Can look over sharpened. But anyway, now let's go jump into the game. Here we are in Starfield, and we are in a city, so this is like the harder places to run. Now this is not the biggest city. It's not Neon or what is that, New Atlantis, but still a city nonetheless. So let's see if we can at least stay over 60 FPS. and see how many big stutters and all that other stuff we've got. But honestly, this one seems to be one of the smoother games with the frame times and everything. Not the highest FPS in the world, but you don't really need that much for this particular game. There's some gunfighting in it, obviously, but it's not the same as like Call of Duty, where you want like every last frame.
Hello.
Hello there. You got like a little watchtower up here. Cool, cool. There's my badass ship. So that's cool, yeah. Starfield actually seems to run really well. It doesn't seem to be full of massive stutters. The frame times aren't going bananas. That's very funny that this game actually runs this well. I figured this was going to be one of the worst running games out of them all. But I was proven wrong. And we're not even so far anyway, dropping under 60. We've gotten close here and there. I think the slowest I've seen 66 for a quick second. But maybe in bigger cities that might change and it might barely drop under 60. But I feel like when we're outside the cities and whatnot, I feel like it'll probably get like 80s and 90s probably. That'd just be a guess. If I could find a damn doorway to get out of this place, I'd go outside for a second, but I remember that I had this problem on the Steam Deck when I was trying to figure out how the hell to get out of here. I think I ended up just going up one of these freaking ramps and just jumping off the fucking place. But now I can't even find a low enough ramp, because if I jump too high, I'm pretty sure I die. I can't remember.
Looks like we got another off-worlder.
Can't remember if that's in this game or not, but you have like a jetpack and shit. I don't think so. I'm just gonna try. I'm just gonna jump off the edge here. Hurt a little bit, but whatever. I'll go away from the city just a little bit here and see what our frame rate does. And see if our frame times and everything gets worse or something too for whatever reason. So far we don't really seem to be getting much more FPS out here away from the city. I figured you'd get a little bit more. But hey, that's why we test these things. Now we know. Spin around real quick just to make sure it doesn't do like weird stutters and stuff. No, this game is actually one of the smoothest games I've played today on this thing. But anyway, I think it's time for us to move on. Alright, now for Ratchet and Clank settings here. No upscaling. And now here are the other settings I went with, just high settings. Oh, that's one thing I want off. I must have missed that. I messed with the settings before jumping in, so. And alright, now that we got that out of the way, let's hop into the game. Alright, here we are in game.
Sorry, one sec.
Getting like 140 in this little area anyway. But let's go get into some fights. It's been a little bit since I played this, so I'll just do something easy so I don't instantly get my ass handed to me. Alright. Oh, they got me. There we go. Whoop. Oh no, I'm out of ammo. Oh well, I'll just hit these guys with my hammer. Oh, I got hit. Son of a bitch. It's okay though. Ah, you bastard. Anyway though, why don't we move on? Here we go, Baldur's Gate 3 settings now. Desync, triple buffering, I'm just leaving it on because again I don't think that'll mess with our FPS. We got 480 hertz screen, so I don't foresee any game we're playing today getting anywhere near that. I mean, this one will probably be one of the closest so far. But I think that's it for the settings, so now, why don't we go ahead and go hop into the game, and we'll go see how it plays. Alright, here we are in the city. This is the hardest place in the game to run. So, let's just run around a little bit, just for fun.
What do I think of Lord Gortash's stillborn?
I don't know, what do you think? Well, we got tremors. Yeah, we definitely have a couple drops here and there. We went all the way down to 45 for a second there. But this is one of those games where you just have random drops like that. Especially in this area. This is not easy to run.
Alright, look at me.
Now, up till I got to this point in the game, I was getting like hundreds of FPS pretty much everywhere else. Still, little stutters going between characters and when you were like fighting people and whatnot, but I don't think I ever saw no 45 or anything like we did here. But as you can see, that's not constant, it's just sometimes. Oh yeah, I would do that, but those people yell at me, I remember that.
Just don't think too hard about where they came
Uh-oh. Guess these guys are mad at me. Alright. Let's see. Let them come to me. In these games, I always let them come to me. Oh no, I've been ensnared. You bastards. Oh shit, they're gonna probably kill somebody. Alright though, I would like to fight more, but if I do, I'll make this video way too long. So, let's move on to the next game. Now for Mortal Kombat 11 settings here, just playing at native res, no dynamic resolution or anything. And then the only thing over here I turned off was motion blur. We don't need that on this kind of computer at all. Oh, and we'll turn that on too. Why not? But anyway, now that we got through that, let's go hop into the game. Alright. let's see how it plays. Definitely got a little bit of stutters in the beginning, little fight openings here. Hopefully it does not do that during the actual fight, so that's going to be annoying. Let's see what it does. Trying to remember how to fight in this game. Last time I played was on the Steam Deck, and I was still learning how to play. Man, he's really good at freaking freezing me. Alright, well if he uses the same dang move over and over again, I shouldn't feel too cheap. Stop doing that. Alright, I have won.
Round 2. Fight.
Ah! Stop freezing me, even though that's your thing that you do. No, we're just gonna do that. I don't know how to do all the fatalities, unfortunately, in these games. Alright, let's just select a new fighter real quick. Or not. Game save data is corrupted. Okay. Alright, well, I guess that's it for this game then. I was going to go do one more battle, but obviously this game has corrupted data, probably because it, well, actually, no, this one didn't blue screen or anything. I was going to say maybe because it blue screened, but I don't know. But it's all good. We'll just have to move on to the next game. Now, here we go with some Forza Horizon 5. So here's the settings we're going to go with. Alright, all the rest of that's kind of pointless. Now here's the settings, or the actual graphic settings. And alright, and with that, let's jump into the game. Alright, let me get my controller out of first-person shooter mode so I can actually control shit, but I'm also not good at driving on the outside like this. I usually drive inside, but people made a good point on my TV video. People want to see the outside of the cars in these kind of videos, so I gotta learn how to drive like this, I guess.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
We still got little stutters here and there. Still like this game though. I had more fun with this Motorsport. Motorsport kind of disappointed me. It still was a fun game, but I wasn't very impressed by the graphics and the fact that it runs worse than this game, even though it's open world. It has worse graphics. Doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. But again, I'm not a developer, so maybe there's some simple reason for that, like all the physics that go into it, for the more correct handling cars and all that stuff. This is an arcade racer.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Calculating route in 100 yards. Turn left.
Oh, that wasn't as big as a corner at all. There's another stutter. I was gonna say, so far it's not like a super stuttery mess, but definitely has its random stutter. This game's always done that on every computer I've ever played it on, and even on Xbox. So I feel like it's just something in the game that makes a random stutter happen every once in a blue moon. Well, that was just a horrible turn on my part. Sheet. But anyway, I think that's good, so why don't we go move on to our last game of this video. Well, last up, we're going to do a little Warzone. So we're on the right GPU. And here's what we're doing. We're doing 100% render resolution, no dynamic. Upscaling, I do not want. Glad I caught that. Alright. Definitely apply that, and then field of view is 120, and that's pretty much all there is. So, let's go ahead and get into the game. Alright, here we are in the game now.
You got gas closing in fast. Unass yourself to the safe zone. Gas drop is en route.
Let's see, where shall I go though? I don't want to like jump down and go hot. Because if I do that, I'll just get killed instantly. So I'm going to try to parachute over someplace else over here. Huh. Funny enough, it doesn't seem to really get any more FPS in this game than my old laptop. Oh, there we go. Now it seems to be. At first we were getting like 113, and I'm like, what the hell? There we go. I don't know what the hell it was doing there. This is more like it. Figured we'd get like 160 to 200 FPS, not like 100. But let's wait until I actually get down. I'm pretty much trying to get as far away from people as I can, just so I don't insta-die and then don't get to show you anything other than me dying and having to find a new game. Although wait, I think in this game if you die, I think you go to the frickin' gulag. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game though. So yep, we're just gonna go ahead and just do this. And who knows, there could be a guy following me right behind me and he's just gonna land behind me and kill me anyway, so my whole plan might be foolish. Alright, anybody following me? No. Alright, let's find me some stuff. How do we even put those on? There we go. Not used to using a mouse or a controller. I'm keyboard and mouse all the way in these games. Oh, nope, I'm already full on those. Cool. But what are you? And that's with no FSR or anything. Put my controller back into first-person shooter mode. Like the slightest little tap, just a little click, and it gets that to go up. Pretty nice. But anyway, I think that's about it for this video. So, why don't we go wrap the video on up? Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for all the gameplay I can think of here. I could do more obviously, but it's a pain in the butt when it takes like 30 to 40 seconds to sometimes a minute, 2 minutes just to get into your game. I think it's just the new driver doing that. I bet if I went back to September it would probably stop that, but Like I said about 20 times in the video probably, I just didn't think I'd be able to play all the games. But after playing all of them, I think probably the only one that would really have an issue is Starfield. And probably Alan Wake 2. But besides that, I could probably play the rest of the games I wanted to play on this whole list I did for you guys with the September drivers. And they might have better frame times, who knows? It seems like we were having some pretty horrible frame times throughout the whole thing too, but maybe I just didn't have the right settings in the Radeon settings set up right. Who knows? But right now, in its current state, I would not want to recommend this laptop to anybody. Never ever get something hoping that it'll one day get fixed. But for now, it hasn't seemed to blue screen or do any other goofy stuff ever since I updated those 3 things. Although just watch, it's going to prove me wrong and do it right here while I'm trying to wrap this video up. Things like to do that to me, so I wouldn't be surprised. But try to stay positive. Hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully that's all done with and it was just some rogue program or some driver that sucked or something. But in any case, it seems to be pretty decent in the frame rate department almost all the games I tried, as long as you don't try ray tracing. Ray tracing is not AMD's cup of tea. If you're interested in ray tracing, always go NVIDIA. Even like a mid-range NVIDIA GPU will probably beat this at ray tracing. And then you've got the superior DLSS and frame gen too. Now, this one still has some good frame gen though, don't get me wrong. It's just not in very many games, not as many as NVIDIA. But they've got that cool thing, that AMF or something like that, that's supposed to be in a driver. That's supposed to be like frame gen, but at a driver level so you can use it in anything. So that's kind of where AMD kind of wins. I don't know how good the quality is and everything, so it's still cool that it can do it on any game though. AMD tends to try to make it work for everybody. I mean, they really don't have a choice in that matter. They're not good enough to do what NVIDIA does and just be like, no, we're gonna hoard everything, ha ha ha. But it's whatever. You're a business. You're not really there to make friends. NVIDIA's there to make money, and they're making a shit ton of it. And at least AMD is getting pretty competitive. If they could just get their drivers completely under control for stuff like this, I haven't really had any problems with my secondary computer. That thing's been an absolute champ. Haven't had any issues with that, and I didn't really have any issues with my G15 Advantage that weren't caused by me. I think one time a new driver prevented me from playing Horizon Zero Dawn. It would just make that game crash. But other than that, I've never had any issues, no black screens, no nothing. This is the first time I've had like a good first-hand experience when people say AMD sucks with drivers, boom, this is what it's like. But this thing's still pretty new, but it's still like, what, 3 months old at this point already? It should have been ironed out all these kinks, and I should be able to run the newest drivers and all that stuff. There's really no excuse why you can't do that. So like I said, I wouldn't recommend this particular model to anybody. And in fact, who knows, maybe all these same problems happen on all, even Intel and NVIDIA Alienwares. If anybody has one of those and can verify that or not, let me know. But for now, I feel like it's mostly just the fact that it's AMD, and AMD usually does not get treated very great by the OEMs like Alienware and Asus and all that stuff. There's always like big issues that arise, and that could just be because AMD has full of the issues for all I know. I don't know how all that stuff works. I can just tell you guys how I see it. But at the same time, AMD usually is good value. This guy is not a good value. I mean, it should be like $2,400, $2,300 tops for what you get here. But hey, that's just my opinion. Now, once it actually starts working properly, I have a feeling this is going to be a great laptop. I just don't know if I want to hold on to it and wait. But since I'm running a YouTube channel here and everybody wanted this laptop, I might just hold on to it. We'll see. As long as it's not going to blue screen, I'm not accepting a thing that's just going to randomly blue screen while sitting on the desktop and downloading stuff. But as I said before, I think I got that under control, but we will see. I will let you guys know all the things it does in the next video, because the next video I'm going to do, I will be doing the 1440p OLED monitor that's sitting next to it, and we'll be doing some 1440p tests with this, so long as I can actually hook up an external monitor and all that stuff. Couldn't do it last time with my last one, because I think all those ports only go to the 7900M, so I don't think it let me do anything, because that thing was dead as a doornail, so it wouldn't let me switch to the OLED monitor. So hopefully this time I'll be able to do that, and I'll probably just go back to September drivers for that. So I'll probably axe stuff like Starfield from it, or just see what it does. Maybe I can get it to work. Who knows? But this is a really long outro, but I wanted to let you guys know what all happened and how I feel about the thing, and not just, okay, it's been like almost an hour-long video, if not more. All right, bye, guys. You know? So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, though, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys, even though at points it was really tough and really annoying waiting for it to switch GPUs and all that. I still think it was worth it in the end, because I got you guys a bunch of different games and showed you how they worked finally, after not being able to play any games on it since, you know, I bought the thing. So glad to finally get you guys that gameplay I've been promising, and if you guys can think of any other games you guys want to see along the way, just let me know. And if I've got it or interested in it, or it's on something like Game Pass or Ubisoft Plus, hell yeah, I'll go try that shit for you guys. But anyway, until the next video, guys, peace out.